That is James Mennie, and he is over at the Montreal Gazette. So, Jim, I love your line here. The lineup at the lifeboat continues for the CAQ because earlier today we found out Francois Bonnardel has decided, I'm not going to be running either. Look, if this, what's the number, by the way? Is it 34 now decided? Do you know?
By the Gazette's count, it's 35. I've seen 34 elsewhere, okay. But whatever it is, it's a whole bunch of people.
So let me ask my first question would be, how much of this, if any, has to do with Christine Frechette?
Oh, I think Christine Frechette is just one factor in a myriad of considerations that these people are looking at, but I'm very sorry. I mean, I'm not, Aaron, I ain't no pollster. You know that. Listeners know that, but I have been doing this for a long time, and usually when you see this many politicians suddenly discover they need to spend more time with their families, that they suddenly discover, and it's time for me to take a different fork in the road, and speaking of forks, stick it into the CAQ because they're done. I know they are sort of given a relatively healthy third place. Oh, my goodness, Christine Frechette, what a breath of fresh air. No. These people know exactly what's going on in their party. Their party died with the departure of that nice Francois Legault. And it was his creation, his co-creation. He is gone. And even though Christine Frechette, in the finest traditions of the Coalition Avenir Québec, is essentially a recycled péquiste, the fact is this entire batting average of this government, its incompetence, its relentless inability to do anything. And indeed, we're talking about soon-to-be, former cabinet minister or soon-to-be former politician, Francois Bonnardel. And I'm sorry, this happened after I sent him my list, Aaron. Mm-hmm. Can I talk to you for a second about an economy minister named Bernard Drinville?
Okay, what happened?
What happened? He had a little press conference this afternoon, Aaron.
Yeah.
And he mentioned, he was up in Mirabel, he was talking about, the aerospace.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is really good news, I guess, for everybody. The Quebec government, such as it is in negotiations, is in talks with the Airbus people because they may want to reinvest in a longer version of the Airbus, okay? Now, I know, you're going to say, and you can't just hang this blame because the investments began back in 2015, before the CAQ was in power. $2 billion of taxpayer money in this, and we haven't seen a brass on team. But I am telling you this, Aaron, because there's a quote from Bernard Drinville, this is reported by La Presse, which I think not just sums up the CAQ's attitude towards this kind of investment, but the Liberals were infamous for this as well, whether it was a Bombardier bailout or whatever, and every Quebec government, because it doesn't really look at your tax money and my tax money and the listener's tax money as being actual money. It's an abstract. So here's Bernard Drinville saying, oh yeah, book value is one thing, but the real value is something else. Rules of accounting, yeah, they have to be respected. That goes without saying. But the jobs that could be created, the planes made here in Mirabel, that is of an immense value. Well, it's of an immense political value, perhaps, but it cost us $2 billion so far for sweet squat all. But I bring this to your attention simply because what a perfect summation of the Quebec political attitude towards taking taxpayers' money and putting it on a little rocket and shooting it out the window and never seeing it again. Sorry, go ahead.
No, please, go ahead.
No, it's like, what? Accountants. We don't need no stinking accountants. You know what I mean? We're here, your money, we're doing you a favor.
Yeah.
By spending your money on what we perceive as to be a good cause. Excuse me. The famous fleuron, the jewel of Quebec. And we're going to throw your money at it. And if your money goes out the window, well, it was still for a good cause because that was the important thing. Jobs and making stuff here in the Quebec nation. And I really think the Quebec nation is getting so tired of patting its pants to find its wallet because it doesn't know where its money is anymore. But it's so nice to see that 3 months away from a general election, which we'll probably see, I'm very sorry to say, and I know people will disagree with me, that may well see the CAQ wiped off the political map. Here they are turning around saying, yeah, give us more money. You know what? It's for a good cause.
All right. I have one question, not directly with this announcement, but in general. It seems to me, Jim, that we have seen the CAQ, a variety of different ministers, make a whole bunch of announcements really in the last few weeks. And I can't help but be cynical about that, thinking, my feeling is, so you've done nothing for 8 years, and now all of a sudden, with 2 months to go before an election, there's money here, money there, money almost everywhere.
I laughed out loud when I saw this idea that they're going to refurbish the 132 out in St. Constant and Delton to turn into an urban boulevard and this and that and blah, blah, blah. It's like, you guys are going to be out of work in October. Who are you kidding? I'm sure the people, and with all due respect, the people in Delton and St. Constant, I'm sure you need this, but these guys are not going to give it to you. Maybe you'll get it from the next government, but this will not be the next government. If they are completely dumb, stupid, lucky, they'll wind up the official opposition, even though, you know what, I'm beginning to second-guess myself on that. It's still possible. But the fact is, these people are talking as if they will still be in power in October. And no, it is totally, absolutely not going to happen. So why are you saying these ridiculous things? Do you really think, and I maybe I'm answering my own question by asking it, because in the past 8 years, it's clear that the Coalition Avenir Québec really thinks there is nobody, absolutely nobody on this entire planet who is more stupid than a Quebec voter. So whether you want to create false crises with immigrants or religions or the French language, all of that, you know what? I'm gonna hide behind this. I'm gonna hide my incompetence behind this, and I'm gonna strut up and down. And then as this next probably final election for the Coalition Avenir Québec approaches, I'm going to turn around and pretend that everything's okay, and I'm going to make all kinds of ridiculous promises because you're going to believe it, even though I have a thinking suspicion, Aaron, there's going to be des mauvaises surprises in the next sondage for the CAQ.
Be interesting to see, because it's been nothing but good news, right, for the past few that we've seen, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, but you know what? I think a lot of it excuse me, is an artificially created kind of renaissance for the CAQ. Says who? Says the people at TVA? Says the people who are, analyzing here and there and looking at the numbers? No, I'm sorry. Francois Legault did not leave as premier because things are doing so great.
All right. I want to get to your Trump story because I heard a great clip today. I don't know if you caught it. I'm going to play it for you. Your reference to Trump is concerning which part now? The Gordie Howe Bridge?
Take your pick, okay? Is that really Mitch McConnell or an incredible AI simulation? Lindsey Graham's sister just got named to be senator in his place. Yeah. You can't make this stuff up, Aaron. I swear to God. Any other country, people say, whoa, what kind of a third world mess is this? It's the United States of America. And now, what really it's about, it's not even about the bridge. It's about Donald Trump melting off like some low-level, Don Fanucci. He's going to collect his 20% pizza in the Straits of Hormuz. We're going to, we'll be the guardians, and we're going to charge you 20% off the top. Never mind oil, off the top.
Okay.
Who is this guy?
Jim, hold on. Thank you for bringing that part up, because here's the clip for people who have not heard this, referencing what you just said. This is Donald Trump earlier today.
We had a deal. It was a done deal. And then they broke it. They always break it. We're gonna keep the strait, and we'll probably run it. We'll become the guardian of the strait. Maybe we'll call it the guardian angel of the strait. And we should be reimbursed for that because the other nations are very wealthy. They're on our side. And we can't be expected to do that for nothing, unlike we had for many years. We guarded the strait for 50 years more, and we never got paid for it. We guarded it for nothing.
They guarded it for nothing, Jim. It's time they got paid.
My question is, who in the hell, apart from himself, is he talking to anymore? Honest to God, Aaron, it's like the demonstrable lies, whatever. That everyone likes to. I think the best news in this story, Aaron, the people who used to turn around and shrug and giggle and say, that's just Trump being Trump. They're getting screwed over six ways to Sunday. And I am laughing. I am laughing. Every day I see some new headline explaining how Americans are getting screwed over by this con man that they decided, to reelect to a second term. So you know what? But honestly, Aaron, the surreality of it. Is Mitch McConnell still alive? Is that an AI? Do they have the votes? Because remember, Lindsey Graham, a veteran Republican senator, when he died, Trump's essential reaction was, "Boy, oh boy, this is going to compromise my vote on my my Save America Act." It's like, this is who this guy is, and Americans are you still shrugging America and saying this is Trump being Trump? Because I got news for you. Just a Canadian over here. Boy, are you guys getting screwed six ways to Sunday.
Someone, by the way, Jim, if you have a chance, put up a shot of an AI video of Mitch McConnell getting out of his hospital bed because he said he was recovering from a fall. He's been in hospital, I think, for a couple of weeks. So you're right. There was a question. Is he alive? Is he not? And the video is of him basically dancing once he gets out of bed.
Yeah, there you go. Dancing.
So there you go.
What I love is in the still that they launched of him and his wife, if you take a look at his, I think it's left or perhaps right, because maybe they flipped the negative, so to speak. If you take a look at his left hand in that shot, he's got a bad case of Donald Trump hand.
Donald Trump, that's a thing now, Donald Trump hand. Okay.
Donald Trump hand. Yeah.
Jim, I got to go. I thank you. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Have a great day.
Adamat.
iHeartRadio is throwing it back.
2010s, the decade.
To the days of huge hits and unforgettable anthems. A non-stop stream of the biggest and best.
Drake, Rihanna, Beyonce, Katy, Gaga, The Weeknd,
and more. All your decade-defining favorites, all in one place.
Hi, it's Katy Perry.
Hey, it's Bruno Mars.
This is Kesha.
Find 2010's The Decade on the free iHeartRadio app. Preset the station so it's always one tap away.